Hello, everyone. Asmodeus here, and welcome to episode 28 of my Age of Engineering series. Between episodes, I continued working on our assembly line over here. I got our macerator, ore washing plant, canning machine, everything that we were working on last episode. Uh, Moved one of our crafters over here, and I did make a thermal centrifuge off camera. We've done it before, made one over there, and got it all powered up. You can see through the conduits that I have a little bit of automating going on, and we are automated making fuel rods. Now these are not the finished product that I want to use. I need to move another crafter over here and combine these to make quad fuel rods. So, oh, okay, recipe has changed. Alright, so I'm going to have to set up an auto crafter, but I'm going to have to also set up some kind of automation for iron and copper plates. Uh, okay. I can do that. That's fine. It'll just take a little more time. Not a problem. I can probably just make another doo -doo -doo, metal former. Plunk it down here, and then set the crafter here. Pipe the fuel rods and the various plates into the crafter to get our quad fuel rods. So, but at least we're making enriched uranium fuel through this process here. Right now I just have it hoppered in and just have it automatically process. Eventually we'll just have it set up either through another ender chest system to pipe directly into here from our mine, or possibly through we'll set that up to where it goes into a drawer that's tied to our AE system, and then have our AE system dump it in there. Either way, somehow we'll get that automated to where the ore automatically drops into the macerator. So today, right below here, once we have our fuel rods made, I want to set something up to where we have our reactor kind of over here in the corner, and have the fuel rods automatically pipe in, and then the depleted fuel rods automatically pipe out and get recycled and what have you, and then just create this big loop. So in order to do that, we need to make a reactor. So let's go see what we need to make that happen. So for a nuclear reactor, we need reactor chambers, dense lead plates, which is just 9 lead plates in the compressor, an advanced circuit, and a generator. Well, we have spare generators, so that's no big deal. Reactor chambers, just lead plates around basic machine casings. Really, really simple. I did some crafting off camera. Okay, this isn't it. This is what we want to power with our nuclear energy. Alright. Alright, so there's our generator. There's our dense lead plates. There's our advanced circuits. Okay, I did not do as much advanced prep as I thought. Interesting. Okay. No big deal. So I do believe we have, oh no, we need the reactor chambers. So the way this thing is set up is we need 3 to make the actual reactor, and then each side of the reactor needs 1, so we need a total of 9. So we need 36 lead plates and 9 machine casings. Okay, so I have the 36 lead plates. I probably had the steel plates in there, but used them up making other machines. So let's go ahead and get some iron going. I actually need like 72 of these. So this is going to take a minute. 64. And another 8. That should give us 9 machine casings. So once we have our reactor up and running, everything we want to do, that we want to get into, is gated behind iridium right now. So I want to get this replicator up and running so we can start replicating iridium. And when we get the resources and we get the power, let's see, there's another machine. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, the molecular transformer. Now this is kind of, this is a beauty to make. And we're going to need, we actually need, I believe we need iridium to make this. Steel plates, basic machines. No, that's not too bad. What was the big stopper? So we can make these, EV transformers. Not really a big deal. Triple insulated HV cable. Lapotron. It's lapis, energy crystal, advanced circuits. Let's see, I know there was something. Oh, okay, this was it. Irradiant glass pane and an iridium reinforced plate. So we need to get some iridium going through the replicator so we can get enough to get this little beauty right here. The thing about it is, if you, let's see, let's find the right input. 10 iron for iridium. Basically that's it. For 9 million EU, you turn an iron ingot into iridium. So once you have enough EU generation, this really isn't that big a deal. And then we can, we'll have all the iridium that we need at that point, and we can go ahead and start moving forward at a good pace. It does a lot of other really interesting things. I haven't, other than the iridium, I really haven't had to mess with it too much. So that's kind of where we're headed. Down the road, probably with multiple nuclear reactors, probably with multiple like MFEs or MFU, whatever. What are those things called? MFSUs. That's right. Multiples of these for storage. Probably run 4 to 6, depending on resource generation. 4 to 6 nuclear reactors. It depends on fuel, to be honest with you. One of the things I did do between episodes is if you look, and let me pull up my journey map here, all of these black dots all the way around the base, they represent these little core samples. And I went through with the Immersive Engineering core sampler and sampled every single one of these chunks. Every one of these chunks. None of them, not a single one, was a uranium deposit. Not one. I couldn't find one anywhere. So I don't know if I have just really, really bad luck, or if for whatever reason they've been disabled in the pack. If I was able to find a uranium ore chunk, that would be the source of our fuel for our nuclear reactors. I would just set up a excavator and just sit there and dig up uranium, and then uranium fuel, not a big deal. Unfortunately, that did not pan out. So right now we are limited by what our little ore miner over here can pull up. And I mean, it's doing okay. You know, we have a few stacks of ore already, and then, you know, we have a little over a stack here. I'm just kind of trying to stockpile fuel right now. The only problem is for the actual fuel recipe. If you look, we get 1 crushed uranium ore per uranium. Out of that crushed ore, and everything stopped because we are full up here. Okay, we get out of it, we get uranium-238, or no, we don't. No, we get a, it'll be done here in a minute. We get a purified crushed uranium ore. Now this, once the centrifuge gets completed, turns into uranium-238 and uranium-235 at I think it's like a 2-to-1 ratio, something like that, or 5-to-1 or whatever. But unfortunately, the crafting recipe for enriched fuel is 2-to-1, so 6 238s and 3 235s, and we generate 238s way faster than we do 235s. So we're getting less than 1 fuel per uranium ore. So it's not the fastest process. It's not the best process, but unfortunately, that's what we're stuck with, because I couldn't find a uranium ore sample for immersive engineering. All right, plates should be done. Very good. Turn that noisy thing off. All right, let's make our basic casings. 1 of you. 8 more. There's our 9. All right. Now we should be able to make our reactor. Here we go. All right, so the way that this is set up is as follows. And I want to be able to access pretty much every side of this, so we're going to set that Come on. Oh, you're not going to do it. Okay. I don't have any building blocks on me. Alright, so we're going to put that there. Put the reactor on top. Okay, so it won't let me set those on the ground. It'll only let me actually attach it to it. So we got to come in from underneath. There. That's that. Put our floor piece back. Okay. One on top. And then one on each side. Alright, so that's our reactor. Basically, that's the reactor casing. Then we have to put components inside of this thing. So we have to put the fuel rods. We need heat vents. We need some reactor platings, things like that. So I went through, I went on the calculator and came up with a reactor design that gives us decent energy and decent efficiency. It's by far not the greatest, but it'll work. Plus we need to get plutonium out of this so we can make the fuel pellets. What are they? RTG or... yeah, our RTG fuel pellets. So we need plutonium for that and dense iron plates. And then when we have that, we can make our turbines, and we get enough turbines, we can actually kind of shut these down and go away from nuclear power and use our advanced generator power to create EU and run our mass fabricator and our replicator and things like that, and not have to worry about all the radioactive materials and everything from the nuclear reactor. So let's get started on that. Speaking of all the radioactive, I did make myself a little suit. Basically it just takes a lot of rubber. Let's see, what is it called? Hazmat suit. So it's just a lot of our IC2 rubber and some orange dye. And that's the helmet. It's actually a scuba helmet. More orange dye, rubber, piece of glass, and some iron bars. The boots, it's just rubber and a piece of wool. But that protects us from the radiation. We actually do take damage if we try and handle these things. We get radiation poisoning. Not a happy thing. So let's start making some components. So my design, I need 15 component heat vents, 24 overclock heat vents, our fuel rods, and 9 reactor platings. And this is going to make a huge dent in both our iron and our copper. So let's get started on that. And this is going to be probably it's going to be a lot of plates. So heat vents. So we need component heat vents, which require regular heat vents, which require electric motors, iron bars, iron plates. Like I said, this whole thing is going to be very iron intensive. Uh, the calculator says I need like 477 iron for this process. We're going to need 412 copper. Copper, we have tons of copper. We're not hurting for copper at all. We're at over 1200 copper, so we won't even, that won't even phase us. We are going to be light on iron. Last time I looked at that, we were in better shape. So, okay, well, that might be an issue. But let's go ahead and see what some of these components are and work on trying to get as many of them as we can. Advanced heat vents, it's just going to be more of the regular heat vents, plus diamonds and iron bars. Actually, we don't need advanced heat vents. We are going to need overclocked heat vents. Why is that not on there? Oh, it is. Okay. It's just a different location. So this needs a reactor heat vent, which needs more heat vents and copper plates, and on down the road. So we need a lot of these heat vents, which is going to require a lot of copper for coils, tin. So let's see, let's kind of get a rough estimate here. So we need 15 of these, which means we need 15 heat vents for those. And then we need 24 of these. So that's another 24. So we need a total of 39 standard heat vents. So we need 39 electric motors. Okay, let's go. So let's go throw 2010 in the metal roller. We'll get that going. Actually, I want to use that for something else. So we'll start off in here, making the plates, and then we can run it through the roller over there and get casings. Okay. So we need 78 coils. And each coil needs 8 copper cable. Wow. Woof. Okay. Let's just start there. Extruding. Okay, let's get that going. What else? Heat vents. Okay, we're gonna need 39 times 4. Okay. 160, 156. Okay. So it's 156 iron bars. 156 divided by 6. Oh, math. If only I had a calculator handy. 20. Let's see, I'm doing it in my head. 26 crafting recipes. So we need to do it 26 times. And iron bars. Okay. 26. Oh, so we get 16. Oh, that's right. So okay, 156 divided by 16. Okay. So it's 128. Oh, we're going to have to do it that way anyway. Okay, no biggie. Alright, how we doing over here? Okay, these are done. So the only thing we're going to be waiting on is the coils. Might as well grab another stack of that. Stone dust. Don't need you. I don't really need the little tiny piles of lead either. But I hate just throwing things out. Okay. Anyway. How are we doing over here? Excellent. One stack. That'll give us 8 coils. Okay. Actually, you know what? Since we get the same out of these as we do, let's just do that, and we have them. Okay, throw our iron down. Let's get our coils. Okay, we have 4 motors, iron plates, and iron bars. Iron plates will be easy. Let's go get some of those going. Okay. Alright, so once we're able, let's kind of put a plan together here. Once we are able to start duplicating our iridium, what do we need to move on into the nuclear age? Or where are we? Oh no, we're in the nuclear age. We want to move on to the next one. We want to move into the atomic age. So we need the calculator. The atomic calculator. And then we need to make a flawless calculator. Once we have that, we need lots and lots of circuits, because we're going to start getting close to applied energistics. And everything we do in applied energistics, if I pull it up here, everything in applied energistics for the presses. So all the calculation circuits, engineering circuits, things like that. These actually require these circuit boards. You know, in regular applied energistics, you know, you need diamonds or you need gold or you need quartz or whatever. And this, you need these circuit boards, the forestry circuit boards. And in order to make the forestry circuit boards, we need calculator circuits. And if we're going to do a lot of automation, if we're going to build autocrafters, things like that, if we're going to try and automate things as much as we can, then we are going to need a lot of these circuit boards. And I have found with our drawer system here, for whatever reason, it stops and it maxes out at 32 circuits. So we are circuits are starting to back up in here. And so we need to start getting into a better circuit storage system, things like that. We need to start utilizing these circuits and making, you know, circuit boards, things like that. So that's going to be our plan. Do we have any good stuff in here? Doesn't look like it. I keep hoping, I mean, I need to come in here and clean out some of the junk, but I keep hoping that we start getting, you know, we get something ultra rare. Like, I have this hunger module that I got from it. So all I do is, for the hunger processor, I just throw food in there, and then whenever I need to eat, I shift right and right click, and it fills my hunger. So I don't have to carry food around with me, things like that. And these are things that I've gotten out of our circuits, just from them being analyzed. Okay, let's go do this. So that's kind of where, you know, I would like to get the other half of this health processor. So these are the processors, and then you have the modules. I'd like to get the health module, because what it is I just throw bones, things of that nature, you know, from our mob farm, things like that, bones. I can't remember if it's rotten flesh or not, if it takes anything like that that represents life. It gives you health points. So just like the hunger module fills your hunger, if you take damage, you can just shift right click on the life module and you're instantly healed. So I've watched people, you know, fight the Ender Dragon with that thing, and it's kind of OP. Makes it really, really simple, because you never fear any kind of damage. You're just instantly healed. So that's kind of cool. All right. Let's get a few more of these motors made. Okay, we're up to 9 out of, what did I say, 36? So we're a quarter of the way there. Oh no. Let's see. Unless I miscounted. I don't know. I'm so confused right now. It's okay. We're gonna need more iron. Obviously more copper cable, so we can make more coils. And then we're going to need even more iron plates to make our heat vents. Let's see, let's just grab a stack of you. We'll run you through here. There's 32. What did we need those 32 for? I don't know. Let's make some of these. So there's 8 heat vents. Can't really see. That's an 8, not a 9. So there's 8 of those. Very good. Okay, yeah, so we need 39 total. That's right. So how did I get... Wow, I'm off here. I'm about half. Need 40, and this is going to give us enough to do 20. So I'm off by half on my tin casings, but that's okay. We shall persevere. Run back over to here, check this one last time. Okay, we're in good shape there. That'll give us 5 more coils. I don't know if I need that many, but I'm not even going to bother to count at this point. I can always melt them down if I have to. Okay. Five more coils gives us a total of 6. More iron plates. So that should give us 3 more generators, give us 4 more. So we're getting there, slowly but surely we're making progress. I think I'll go ahead and end the episode here, finish up this crafting between episodes. I'll wait to set up the reactor until I'm on camera so you can see how I place the components, and maybe between episodes I'll make a MFSU or something like that to where we can actually pull power out of it so you can see what kind of power it's generating, what kind of, you know, just kind of how the whole thing runs. So I'll probably set that up in between episodes. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please press the like button. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. And until next time, have a wonderful day.